Yeah, it can happen that easily, unfortunately. And I want to start this video by saying I am so sorry if you are one of the people that have had your Abarth stolen. This video isn't intended to provoke those who have had their car stolen, because unfortunately I know some people who have had their Abarth stolen. This video is more to give you guys a bit of an opportunity to fight against the scum that are stealing these cars. Well, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Abarth 595 Esseesse. This for me is a car that I absolutely love. I love this car. It is so much fun. For me, it looks absolutely stunning. This car is in Campo Volo grey with the white wheels. We've got bags of carbon in here. And as you probably saw by the beginning of the video, prior to the car getting stolen, you probably saw my Stef ABtv stickers on the side, and that's a little bit of a campaign that Abarth are doing called the Abarth Driver, and you can find out a load more information on that if you go to abarthdriver.com. So you get things such as 15% off accessories, you get all these stickers that you can stick on your car to really make you feel like you're that rally driver racer, and you get a lot more, so make sure to check it out. I'll leave it linked in the description below. Now, onto the topic of this video, because unfortunately in the UK, Abarth theft seems to be a trend at the moment. It's unfortunately a really sad time for a lot of owners who have had their cars stolen from them. And unfortunately, it happens so quickly, like ridiculously quick. I'll tell you what, for a 1.4 litre engine, you do feel like you're going much faster than you actually are. But it does happen, and people are having their cars nicked. I mean, for those of you who have been subscribed to my channel, you guys will remember Jonathan's car, the 330 BHP modified Abarth with the screamer pipe. That was stolen. And that, for me, really hits home, as well as other people on the owners' clubs who have had their pride and joys taken from them. And that's nothing nice. Now, there are ways to prevent it. Now, what I'm going to talk about today is the Mopar Connect. Now, this isn't sponsored or anything like that, and I'll be brutally transparent with you. You could get similar functionality by going for a different kind of alarm, etc. But based on the fact that this is an official Abarth product that you can go and get for your dealers for around about 299 quid, I think it's something worth talking about, and I think it's something that will definitely add value and maybe a little bit more security to some of you guys who are a little bit concerned about your car being the thieves' next target. For now, the go-kart feel is still there. Oh, it's good. This is memories right here. Oh man, this car, it's so much fun. This car I am very familiar with. I drove it at the UK media launch here in the UK. I also flew out to Italy to FCA in Turin for the launch of the 595 Esseesse. And actually, I think that this car is probably, in my opinion, probably one of the best Abarths you can buy at the moment. And I can touch on that a little bit later. But for now, the Mopar Connect services. So what it is, it's a box that effectively is fitted to the car. Now, for the purpose of security and safety, I'm not going to tell you where it's fitted, because I'm pretty certain there's some scum watching this now, and if you are watching this, shame on you, who is planning how to steal cars. Now, as a YouTuber and the potential this video could reach thousands of people, if I tell you where the box is, then really and truly just makes it even easier for the thieves to take your car, and it defies the whole point of Mopar Connect. So I'm not going to tell you. What I can tell you, it's situated somewhere within the car. And what Mopar Connect offers, it doesn't just offer you kind of your own security tracking system, it offers you much more. But let's start with the tracking, because I think that's what you guys will be most kind of, I guess, interested about. You drive with the Mopar Connect, you get the Uconnect app. So for cars with, obviously, if you have an Android or Apple phone, you download the Uconnect app, and within that app it connects directly to your box. You set up an account with Mopar. For those who aren't familiar, Mopar is kind of the tuning style division, or performance accessories part division for FCA. Once they've installed the car and you've got the app on your phone, you effectively can set things such as live tracking within an area. So let's say that somebody took the car off of your driveway. Well, first of all, you'll be notified via a notification to your phone that somebody has moved the car. Also, if you can say that if the car leaves a certain area, then it will notify you. The other thing as well is it's not perfect, because if somebody took this and disconnected the battery, then there's no power to it. So granted, if that was to happen, then, well, you wouldn't know where your car is. However, if they were to do that, if they were to disconnect the battery, first of all, the Mopar Connect unit would notice, oh, hello, what's going on here? Oh my word. How? How have you done that? That's blatantly, that's probably a stolen car and someone ran out of talent really quickly. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, so if somebody was to unplug the battery of the car, ultimately you would lose signal. But you would also have a notification to tell you that the battery has been unplugged. Now, if you think about it logically, if someone's going to nick your car, first of all, they're either going to take it directly from your drive and drive off, of which you'll get a notification. If they're going to unplug the battery, they're going to probably, or they're going to move it anyway, they're going to load it onto a flatbed, and then, well, that alone, you're going to hear it happen. You're going to hear somebody outside your drive reversing onto it and then wheeling your car onto this flatbed. So again, you will get notified if the battery is disconnected. Furthermore, let's say someone did steal this car. Wow, there's police everywhere, man. What's going on here? Oh, it's a nice undercover BMW. I keep digressing because of the flipping police. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so really and truly, you're going to get notified regardless of what happens. So if your car moves for whatever reason without your authority, Mopar Connect will let you know that. The other element of it is it can also live track exactly where your car is moving to. So if the thieves do not unplug your car because they don't have the luxury of a flatbed, then they need to find the box first. They need to really get to grips with where it's okay. They need to unplug it. Again, by that point, you would have been notified, so you can come out and catch them. Now, I'm kind of mumbling on a little bit, but I'm trying to give you as many kind of different scenarios as possible. Now, not only does the Mopar Connect do tracking of your vehicle, but it also allows you, for example, from a safety perspective, let's say that you had an accident, like the guy just then, you have the ability to effectively call the My Assistant, which you can call and say, look, I've been in an accident, and they'll be able to dispatch people out to you. You've also got the ability to check the tyre pressures. In the UK, you can't open and close the doors with the app because of some form of regulation, which kind of makes sense. In the EU, you can open and close doors from the app. What Mopar Connect also gives you is it's a bit of a live feed as to kind of how much mileage you've done, your kind of trip computer, etc. And if, for example, you use your Abarth or any FCA car as a business car, you can also track your mileage on it as well. So if you come down to the point of, I'm just trying to think what the right word is for it. So many bloody police. If, for example, yeah, your business, you track mileage, you pay per mile, you can save your trips on the app, and then you can claim them back when you come to do your tax year at the end of the year. The other thing that you can do with Mopar Connect is telemetry. So, for example, if you wanted to kind of get the live lap times, etc., mainly for when you're tracking the car, then you can. So there is some cool functionality with the car, and actually I quite like it. I think it's a really cool feature. And actually, in this day and age, I think that Mopar Connect is definitely something that people should be invested in. If you don't want to invest in Mopar Connect, then that's perfectly fine, but invest in something else that's going to give you similar functionality. Because ultimately, what you don't want, what I don't want for you guys, is to have your pride and joy stolen. And unfortunately, it's far too easy to do that nowadays. What about this car? What about the 595 Esseesse? Well, I think it's so cool. I really do. The spec on this car, and that's where I said I think that this 595 SS is, in my opinion, the best car that you can currently buy. And I'm going to do a separate video on that very shortly, because I want to really touch on the details as to why. Oh man, this little thing, so much fun. And just look at it, man. I mean, how cool does this look? I mean, the spec on this one here, the hero color, you've got to go. If you're buying an SS, I think personally this is the color that you're going to go for. The Campovolo grey with the white Super Sport wheels. I think it just looks gorgeous. And actually, what I think from an overall package, what you kind of get from this car, I think as an all-rounder, I think it's actually superb. I think it is really, really good. The carbon dash winning. The half Alcantara carbon fiber steering wheel, again, for me, winning on this car. I really like it, but for me, the pièce de resistance, the best part about all of it is not the boot, but it's the best view of it, is of course this. I mean, the carbon buckets are just winning. And of course you get the red seatbelts on the Esseesse, which I think is also a really nice touch. Now that's a very quick and dirty overview, and the reason I've not really gone into too much detail is because I will be doing another video on the Abarth 595 Esseesse, but this video was mainly about Mopar Connect and how it can help you guys prevent unfortunate theft of these little things, because it's happening more and more in the UK. It breaks my heart to see people's owners getting their cars taken, and if there's anything that I can do to at least try and help owners not lose these things, then I'm always going to be down for it. So when Mopar reached out and said, Steph, this is something that we do, would you like to kind of showcase it? I said yes, because I had the Abarth 595 Esseesse booked in, and we agreed that we would put the Mopar Connect box on the car. Now, as I said at the start of the video, no one will really know where the box is, so it's not like a OBD port reader where you just plug it in and you just rip the front cover off and it's there. No, it's hidden around the car, which will make it a lot more difficult for any potential thieves to find out where it is. But I think that's my final thoughts on this. I hope it helps, guys. More information on Mopar Connect below, more information on Abarth Driver. If you like the video, make sure to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you all very soon on the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.